What is good, my 3K babies? It's 3K, that's your TV, and I'm back with another video. Don't you guys just love this environment? Don't you guys just love this surrounding? Because I'm feeling pretty great in this environment right here. So today I'm just gonna do something a little different. I'm downtown, just exploring, you know, my usual thing, traveling the world, and I ran into this house that I never seen before. It appears to be a house that was owned in like the 1700s, probably owned by some merchants. So it's a pretty cool looking building. I'm pretty sure it's a museum. I'm not sure if there's any sightseeing today, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a look behind the gate, see what's back there. Behind me I have MacArthur Mall. Right to the right of me I have the fire rescue station. To the left of me I have the Moses Meyer house. The Moses Meyer house is my destination right now. It's 3K, that's your TV. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. Moses Meyer's house. Moses Myers, 1753 to 1835, was a shipping merchant who came to Norfolk in 1787 from New York. He acquired this site in September 1791 and built his distinguished federal townhouse in 1792. It was one of the early brick buildings to be constructed in Norfolk after the destruction of the town during the Revolution. The distinctive dining room and kitchen were built about 10 years later. In addition to his shipping business on Market Square, Myers became the superintendent of Norfolk branch of Bank of Richmond. He was active in public affairs as well, holding diplomatic positions in Denmark in 1812 and in Holland in 1819. In 1828, he was appointed collector of customs for Norfolk by President John Quincy Adams. The Myers family continued to own and occupy the house until 1931. Life has a funny way of taking you places you thought you'd never be. One minute you're thinking it, the next minute you're living it. Just take a look at all these symbols. The mind can identify with symbols. That is, imagery, objects, pictures, better than any word could explain. The symbols will always stick with you before any amount of words could. Talk about photographic memory. But what would seeing be without hearing? The vibration of sound is just as beautiful as everything you see. Our earthly senses are a great gift, but we must not let it turn into ignorance. The bliss of touching, seeing, hearing, tasting, and smelling could stop you from reaching your full potential. It could cause you to feel greed, depression, fear, anger, unhappiness. It is essential to know that these senses exist only in the state of the mortal mind. You have higher senses from a higher force that when you choose to use them will lead to happiness, peace, wholeness, stability, living. We must not forget that we are everlasting. Dying is earthly, passion is earthly, desire is earthly, emotion is earthly. You are an unlimited being that uses energy from an unlimited source, the Most High, God, of course. So then you ask, well, why am I set up around all these beautiful things that I should believe exist, but that are really an illusion? Why can I engage in these beautiful things, but not fully? Well, the Most High God is everything. Everything is the Most High. Therefore, all things are one, God. Earthly experiences appear to be so real, but are illusions because God is the only real thing. You can engage in these earthly things, but not fully because you are not fully on earth, for God is higher. So what you see only exists in your mind. It exists because you believe and want it so strongly to exist. Of course, as human species, we need that capability, but we also need to know that we are all portions of God. Therefore, we are God. Our souls being the proof of our connection to God because of its infinite nature. Only then can we explore the world in depth. Only then will one become enlightened. Only then can one find true happiness. Only then can one feel complete. Free yourself from the world. Free yourself. Everything becomes brand new. Your senses are used differently and ultimately better. So what do I see while being in the presence of this beautiful garden next to the Myers house? Well, I see actual history. A home owned in the 1700s by Moses Myers, a Jewish business merchant who was born in New York and moved to Norfolk, Virginia to further his business as an import-export merchant, where he built a house, married, and later had 12 children, 9 of which lived past childhood. 5 generations of the Moses family lived in the house. They owned it from the 1700s till the 1900s. Over 5 of the family members died on the property, not to mention family, friends, and slaves. It has been acclaimed to be haunted and is now a museum owned by the Chrysler Museum of Arts in the heart of downtown Norfolk. What symbols do I see? I see Moses Myers, a successful, wealthy businessman who made a name for himself and his family by being an active influence in his community. I see oneness. I see no reason to be afraid. I see a playground. I see freedom. I see the power of exploring the unknown. I see that God will always place you in a position for success. I see my ancestors every step of the way holding my hand as if to assure me that the Most High is with me. I see nature, beautiful, life. What did you guys think about that house? I think it's pretty cool to know the history and facts on different things. You know, I did get a little weird vibe over there. I'm pretty sure there was some cruelty being done there. You know, maybe slave owners, you know. And then that little well that I couldn't go in, that really got me. That really kind of creeped me out, but I still wanted to see if it would open. But it's pretty cool, you guys, so you guys just get to explore the world with me from now on. Wherever I go, you go. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll keep coming back for more. Don't you